When I first started my podcast, I was brimming with excitement. I had all these ideas swirling in my head, and I couldn't wait to share them with the world. But soon enough, reality hit me like a ton of bricks. I realized that consistency is not just a buzzword. It's the lifeblood of building and maintaining a loyal audience. If you've ever wondered why some podcasts seem to have a devoted following while others fizzle out, let me tell you, it all comes down to that crucial element: consistency. Imagine your listeners. They're busy people, just like you and me. They have their routines, their favorite shows, and their go-to podcasts. When they find something they love, they want to know when the next episode is coming. They rely on that predictable release schedule. So if you're thinking about launching or improving your podcast, the first thing you need to do is set a realistic schedule. Now, I get it. You might feel the pressure to pump out content weekly, especially when you see other podcasters doing it. But here's the thing. If you're a solo podcaster with a jam-packed schedule, it's perfectly okay to opt for a bi-weekly release. You want to prioritize quality over quantity. Trust me, your audience will appreciate a well-crafted episode that you've put your heart into much more than a rushed one that feels thrown together at the last minute. Once you've settled on a schedule, the next step is to create a content calendar. This is a game changer. Planning your episodes in advance not only helps you avoid that last-minute scramble, but also gives you the freedom to align your content with key dates and trending topics. Picture this. You could plan an episode on New Year's resolutions to drop in December, tapping into that seasonal motivation. It's all about being strategic and making your content relevant. Now, let's talk about batching. Oh, batching. This is where the magic happens. Instead of recording one episode at a time, why not knock out multiple episodes in one go? Imagine sitting down for a few hours, fully immersed in your podcasting flow, and recording 4 episodes. This method not only alleviates the pressure during those busy weeks, but also ensures you always have content ready to go. It's like having a safety net. And while we're on the topic of being prepared, consider building a backlog of episodes. These are your evergreen gems, timeless content that can fill in gaps when life throws you a curveball. Maybe it's an episode titled Top 5 Productivity Tips or How to Stay Motivated. These topics never go out of style, and they can save your bacon when you're too swamped to record something new. But let's not forget about the importance of setting a routine. Just like any other job, dedicating specific days and times to your podcasting tasks can work wonders. Maybe you reserve Saturdays for recording and Mondays for editing and scheduling. Establishing this rhythm helps you stay organized and keeps you on track. Now, managing your time effectively means breaking down the production process into manageable tasks. Planning, recording, editing, uploading, promoting. These can feel overwhelming if you look at them as one giant mountain to climb. Instead, tackle one task at a time. Focus on planning your episode, then move on to recording, and so on. It's all about keeping that overwhelm at bay. And let's not forget about productivity tools. There are so many out there to help streamline your workflow and keep you organized. Project management tools like Trello or Asana can be lifesavers for tracking tasks. Google Calendar is fantastic for scheduling your recording and publishing dates. And if you're like me, timers can help you stay focused during those editing sessions. The Pomodoro technique is a great way to maintain your concentration and avoid burnout. Speaking of burnout, automation is your friend. There are so many repetitive tasks in podcasting. Social media posting, email reminders, you name it. Use automation tools to save time on these tasks. For example, scheduling your episode announcements using Hootsuite or Buffer can free you up to focus on creating great content instead of getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty. And if you find yourself drowning in the workload, don't hesitate to outsource. If your budget allows, delegate tasks like editing or social media management to freelancers. Platforms like Fiverr can connect you with talented editors who can handle post-production, freeing you up to focus on what you do best, creating engaging content. Now let's talk about distractions. We live in a world full of interruptions, and when you're trying to produce a podcast, you need a dedicated workspace. Create an environment that minimizes distractions. Turn off notifications, set boundaries with family or colleagues during your recording times, and make that space your creative sanctuary. Setting deadlines for each step of the production process is crucial too. Assign deadlines to everything, from finalizing your episode script to recording and editing. This keeps you accountable and helps you stay on track. For instance, aim to finalize your script by Wednesday, record by Friday, and edit by Sunday for a Monday release. Finally, don't forget to evaluate and adjust regularly. Take a step back and review your workflow. Are there bottlenecks? Are you feeling overwhelmed in certain areas? Make adjustments to improve your productivity and maintain that all-important consistency. Consistency builds trust with your audience. It encourages them to engage regularly with your content. So remember, a realistic schedule, a well-planned content calendar, and the practice of batch recording are essential to keeping that consistency alive. Utilize time management tools and strategies like automation and outsourcing to streamline your workflow. And always be open to refining your process. At the end of the day, it's about finding that balance between quality and consistency. Your audience is counting on you, and with a little planning and organization, you can deliver the content they crave without feeling overwhelmed.